Frankenstein's bomber, it means German's Junkers Ju-488. When Focke-Wulf was awarded a contract to build the Ta 400, it was accepted that the aircraft would not be ready before the end of 1945 at the earliest. In the meantime, there remained an urgent need for a long-range bomber that was simple and cheap to build. Junkers had the answer. The last German piston-engine bomber project of the war was the Junkers Ju-488. The Fernkamp Flugzeug competition had petered out in May 1943, with the RLM choosing a design that would not be ready for 2.5 years at best. The Focke-Wulf Ta 400 would provide not only the bombing power needed to strike at Britain, but also the ability to fly lengthy missions over the Atlantic looking for convoys and attacking them with guided anti-shipping missiles. But it was a plan for the long term. An aircraft that could perform these duties even moderately well was urgently needed, and in July 1943 Junkers offered a radical solution. Why not put one together using readily available bits and pieces from the adaptable Ju-88 series? A contract was awarded, but Junkers, being at maximum capacity just like every other German manufacturer, followed the example set by Focke-Wulf, Heinkel, Blohm and Voss and Messerschmitt by subcontracting the work to French companies. The best surviving source on the Ju-488 is probably SIO's 17-1 German activities in the French aircraft industry, dated January 1945. This was based on a combination of French and German documents, together with information supplied firsthand by the French workers concerned. It states, at Toulouse the three firms of Latecourt, Breguet and Case had been working jointly on the design and manufacture of this aircraft. Junkers had ordered 10 prototypes, of which the first, known as V.401, also referred to as V.4010 or V.401C, and intended merely as a flying model without any operational equipment, was almost complete when it was wrecked by an explosion in July 1944. The actual construction of the Ju-488 took place at Breguet's Montauban Works, at the Montauban airfield southeast of Toulouse. The explosion was caused by a cell of French resistance saboteurs, led by Lionel Lissault. On the night of July 16th to 17th, they apparently used Sten guns to drive out the German guards before throwing grenades to destroy the V.401. The report continues, some design work has also been done on the operational version, numbers V.403 to V.406 inclusive. It should be noted that this aircraft was known to the French as the Ju-188, derived from the Ju-88, but is in fact the Ju-488, derived from the Ju-188. The Ju-488 is derived from the Ju-188 by making the following modifications. A new wing center section with engine and undercarriage leg is inserted between the fuselage and each existing wing, so that the aircraft becomes a 4-engine type with a wheel under each nacelle. B. A new section of fuselage about 3 meters, 9 feet 9 inches, long is inserted between frames 12 and 13, just aft the Thiemann plane. C. The existing tail unit is replaced by a Ju-288 tail unit. The first aircraft was constructed using a fuselage, an outer wing supplied from Germany, and a tail unit from Holland. All the other parts required were made in France. The engines were said to be 18-cylinder, air-cooled direct injection WW2 developing 2,000 brake horsepower. Precisely which engines were intended for the Ju-488 has been the subject of some controversy. While the CIOS Report 17.1 clearly states that BMW 802 were to be fitted, information given elsewhere has suggested that Jumo 222 units were to be used in the eventual production version of the Ju-488. The historical account that included this information, which also suggested that the Ju-488 was to have a dorsal gun turret, was written during the 1960s at a time when most